Hello and welcome back to Homebrew EDH, where I take you through my personal commander decks, how they work, and how they win. This episode is Prava of the Steel Legion and Tana the Bloodsower. This is a 3-colored Token Matters deck, Toughness Matters deck, that aims to wipe our opponents off the face of the earth with the largest army they've ever seen. With that, let's get into the episode. Now, Tana the Bloodsower is 2 a red and a green for a 2/2 Elf Druid with Trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapling creature tokens. And Prava of the Steel Legion is 2 and a white for a 1/4 Cat Soldier. As long as it's your turn, creature tokens you control get +1/+4 and has an ability to pay 3 and a white to create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Well, let's get to it. First up, we are going to want to ramp to get out ahead of our opponents to be able to build our board state as fast as possible. Cards like Selesnya Signet, Talisman of Impulse, and Circle of Dreams Druid, which is basically a Guy's Cradle on a creature, which is super useful because when we have a ton of tokens out, this can ramp for, I think the max that I've done so far in-game is about 50. So you could tap it for 50 green or even more if you have more creatures. Next up, we have to make use of all these lands and all this mana we're going to have, with cards like Rampaging Baloths, Dragon Master Outcast, and Maya Bodyguard Protector. Rampaging Baloths is 4 green for a 6/6 beast with Trample. With landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 4/4 green beast creature token. Dragon Master Outcast is 1 red for a 1/1 at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control 6 or more lands, create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. And Maya Bodyguard Protector is 2 green, so 5 mana, for a 2/3 human warrior that reads other creatures you control get +1/+1, and whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white human warrior creature token. Now, we're going to want more than just those tokens, so why not get a bunch more tokens? With cards like Reverent Hoplite, Decree of Justice, and Atlaplani Nesttender, who, by the way, got her own deck some time ago, so go ahead and check that one out at the end of this video. Reverent Hoplite is 4 and a white for a 1/2 human soldier. When it enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 human soldier creature tokens equal to your devotion to white, so each white pip in permanents we control. Decree of Justice is double X 2 white for a sorcery that reads create X 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying, and also has cycling for 2 and a white. When you cycle Decree of Justice, you may pay X. If you do, create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, so even if we cycle it, we have a chance to make a bunch of tokens. Atlaplani Nesttender is 1 red white for a 2/3 human shaman, with the ability to pay 2 and tap to create a 0/1 egg creature token that reads whenever an egg you control dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card, put that card onto the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Alright, the next step is to buff up all of our creatures at the same time, because I said earlier, toughness matters because of one certain MVP in this deck, Belligerent Brontodon, which is 5 green 7 mana for a 4/6 dinosaur. It reads each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. This is the creature we are looking for basically the entire game until we go to combat with our super huge army. Because of Prava as well, it gives our creatures +1/+4 on our turn. Combine that with all of the toughness enhancing cards, assign the damage equal to the toughness, which is much higher now, and hopefully wipe our opponents off the face of the planet. So we have Fortifying Provisions, Tower Defense, and Collective Blessing. Fortifying Provisions is 2 and a white for an enchantment that reads creatures you control get +0/+1, and when it enters gives us a food token. Tower Defense is 1 and a green for an instant. Creatures you control get +0/+5 and gain reach until end of turn. And Collective Blessing is 3 green, so 6 mana for an enchantment that reads creatures you control get +3/+3. Now, before we can actually get to doing that, we need to be able to draw enough cards to find some of our utility. So we have cards like Mentor of the Meek, Harmonize, and Camaraderie. Mentor of the Meek is 2 and a white for a 2/2 human soldier. It reads, whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, draw a card. Harmonize, 2 green, draw 3 cards at sorcery speed. And Camaraderie is 4 green, 6 mana, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures you control. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Usually a late game spell when we have, 50 or 60 tokens on the board at any one given time. Aside from just card draw, we do have a couple of ways to go find specific creatures if the need arises. Cards like Shared Summons, Primal Command, and Summoner's Pact will help us find the cards at the moment we need them. So Shared Summons is 3 green for an instant. Search your library for up to 2 creature cards with different names, reveal them, put them into your hand, and then shuffle. Primal Command is 3 green. You can choose 2. Our main modes for this are to gain 7 life and shuffle our graveyard into our library, usually a very late game, if not end game spell, if we have discarded off of a large enough camaraderie from earlier. If it's not that late, we'll use the search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand mode instead. And Summoner's Pact is a free instant that lets us find a green creature card, reveal it, put it into our hand, and then shuffle. But we would have to pay 4 at the beginning of the next upkeep. If not, we would just automatically lose. So sometimes I will actually use this during my main phase to find the creature that I need because it costs 0. Play that creature and then swing out to win the game right then and there, so I don't have to worry about the next upkeep because there won't be one because we've already won the game. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Homebrew EDH. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. As always, deck list will be in the description with all the cards I did not include in this video. Constructive feedback and deck suggestions are always welcome in the comments. Let me know if you want to see something specific built, and I'll let you know what I can do and what the time frame will be for it, because I tend to have a large lead time with these videos, probably a couple of weeks, if I don't do one just day of because I feel like it. And until I see you guys in the next one, take it easy and enjoy your day.